So we're unprepared for this dramatic change. There's a disconnect between the new work environment and traditional productivity approaches. How many of you can see that? Just like however we learn to work, it ain't connected to what's happening now, right? And that's the cause of the stress and anxiety. It's not you. It's not a personal rainstorm. A lot of people come to my programs and they go, God, if I was just more organized. She seems so organized. How does she do it? You're never going to get organized enough for the time we're in. It ain't about, it's not that you shouldn't be organized, right? But it's of a whole other nature we're talking about now. And how we compensate is by working longer, harder, and multitasking. Right? And the thinking is, God, if I was just more organized, or if I only had more time, if I had better time management skills then I'd get some break, right? And it ain't that. Here's the first principle, is that it's your work habits. Our work habits and behaviors are the greatest impediment to achieving a breakthrough in our productivity, vitality, and well-being. It's your work habits and behaviors. It's not about working longer and harder. You'll burn yourself out, and we need you to be healthy and happy. Because when you're healthy and happy, and one of us shows up in one of your medical offices, and you're the manager, you're extending that energy to everybody you're training and managing, right? So it makes an impact on patients, doesn't it? Right? So it's our work habits. So what do we mean by work habits? So a habit is a recurrent, often unconscious pattern of behavior that is acquired through frequent repetition. Human beings are habitual. We're habitual animals. So it's unconscious. It's an established disposition of the mind or character. You're predisposed to do that unconscious thing. And an addiction, especially to a narcotic drug. So, and you're addicted to your habits. So it's unconscious, you're predisposed, and you're addicted to it. I'll give you an example. Everybody cross your arms. Just cross your arms. Now cross your arms the other way. Kind of weird, huh? Kind of feels like you're in somebody else's body, doesn't it? So for me, it's left over right. I don't have to think, and it's automatic. It's unconscious. I'm predisposed to it. I mean, you could say I'm addicted to it, but it's just, I say cross your arms. You don't have to say, take my left arm and put it over my right. It happens in a nanosecond. Do you get this flavor and the sense of habits? So let's look at what we're talking about. This happens, you do this. Something comes up you need to remember, you just jot it down on a handy scrap of paper. Whoop! Whatever's handy. Napkins, backs of envelopes, one more to-do list, another pad. You got stuff everywhere.